Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to start the new topic, ionization energy. Already we have discussed about atomic radius as well as metallic and non-metallic character and variation of these property when we are moving in group from top to bottom and in period when we are moving from left to right. So we will talk about the ionization energy. So before starting this one, I want to make you understand, we know that atom, it has a nucleus that is a positively charged and electron revolve around the nucleus and electrons have negative charge. And we know that there is some attraction between two charges and that is known as a electrostatic force of attraction. Whenever attraction is there between two opposite charges, that is called electrostatic force of attraction, and you can find out by this formula F is equal to K. K is a constant. When you remove the proportionality, you can apply the K and Q1 into Q2 by R square. Q1 is the charge in nucleus and Q2 is the charge for the electron and R square is the distance between them. That is a formula, and by this formula you can find out the force of attraction between these two oppositively charged particles. So now we have to know about the ionization energy. So there is a charge, there is a force, means we need some energy to remove the electron, because we find out the force and there is some force between the electron and nucleus, means we require some energy to remove the electron from their valence cell. And we can say that the definition of ionization energy, amount of energy required to remove valence electron. And what is a valence electron? The electron present in outermost cell of atom is called valence electron. So amount of energy required to remove valence electron from an atom in isolated and gaseous state. I have mentioned two things, isolated and gaseous state. We know that atoms are in combined state, and in the combined state it is very difficult to remove the electrons. So atom must be in the isolated, means individual, and in the gaseous state, we know that in the gaseous state there is a least force of attraction, and there is in the case of that state we require the less amount of energy to remove the electrons. So therefore I have written that the amount of energy required to remove valence electron, and you can also write valence shell electron from an atom in isolated and gaseous state, is called ionization energy. Yes, my dear students, this is a suppose valence electron, and whatever we require the energy to remove the electron from this atom, that is called ionization energy. And whenever you remove any electron from atom, it will carry what? It will carry positive charge, and what form? Cation. Means ionization energy, we talk about the formation of cation. And what is the definition of ionization energy? The amount of energy required to remove valence shell electron from atom in isolated and gaseous state, that is called ionization energy. So I am going to remove it. Please note down in your copy. Suppose I am writing M stand for metal, and here we are removing one electron. Removing one electron, so what will it will carry? M plus. And for removing the electron, we require some energy. We require some energy, and whatever that energy is required, that is called ionization energy. And here I am writing one new symbol unit, delta H. Delta H means enthalpy of the reaction, enthalpy of the process, and directly you can indicate that IE, ionization energy. Delta H means energy and heat, enthalpy and heat. This term is used in the case of thermodynamic in chapter 5 and 6, I think, in the 11th class. Thermodynamics, so enthalpy, and you can write that the IE stand for the ionization energy. You know the value of delta H, there are two kind. Delta H is a two kind. It may be positive or it may be negative. So when it is a positive, in the case of endothermic reaction, in the case of endothermic reaction means energy absorbed, or when it is a positive negative, in the case of exothermic reaction means the reaction in which energy released. So in the case of ionization energy, you can see clearly here energy is required, means we are giving energy, we need to energy, we require energy to remove the electron from their valence shell, means ionization energy means the ionization process is a endothermic process. Why? Because energy is required in this process. So ionization energy is a endothermic process because we give the energy. And what is the symbol of delta H for this reaction? It is a positive. Why positive? Because we are giving energy and it is an endothermic reaction. So we can say that the value of ionization energy will be positive. It is not asked in your examination, but it is a higher level. So please just, it is a very easy to understand that if heat of reaction is positive, means ionization energy is also positive because we are relating with each other. And what is the ionization energy? Amount of energy is required to remove the electrons. And one more thing, we have cleared it. It is a endothermic process because we need energy. Now it is a very important case. Suppose in a first atom we are removing only one electron, what it will carry? Positive charge, and it is known as ionization energy and enthalpy 1. Suppose again we are removing electron from this ion, this is a cation, so what it will form? M2, and it is known as ionization energy 2. And again we will remove the one more electron from this cation, what will form? M3 plus, and what is it is called ionization energy 3. And in your examination, suppose I will ask what will be the value of and which one is a greater value in these reactions. So simply just say, understand the one thing. Suppose in the case of aluminum, it has atomic number is 13, means proton is 13 and electron is 13, means positive charge and negative charge both are equal. But first we remove one electron. So what will happen? What will happen after removing one electron? Proton will be same, electron will be 12. Again we remove one electron, what will happen? Proton will be 13, electron will be 11, and again removing that, proton will be 13 and electron will be 10. You can see that nuclear charge is same, but valence electron decreases after removing the electrons. And once valence electron decreases, means positive charge will dominate, means nuclear charge will dominate over it, and outermost electron will pull toward the nucleus with the more force of attraction. So in the case of first one is just, it's okay, we require very less amount of energy to remove because positive and negative charge is similar. But in the case of second one, we can see that here a positive charge is 13 and negative charge is 12, means we require more energy, little bit more energy to remove the electrons. Means here in the case of ionization energy will increase, and just ionization energy, the value of ionization energy E1 is a less than, and you can say that ionization energy value of E2 is a greater than E1. And similarly in the case of third case, in the case of third one, you can see that proton will be same, but number of electrons is 10 because electrons are removing from their valence shell, and the nuclear charge will be same, means the attractive power will increase because of less number of electron, and we require little bit more energy to remove the next electron, and we'll get the value of E3 is a more, and we can see that the value of always ionization energy is 3 is greater than ionization energy 2 and less in ionization energy 1, and this is a always successive order of ionization energy. Always you will write, and the value of IE3 is greater than the IE2 and less in IE1 because of force of attractions. Number of electron decreases and nuclear charge will dominate over it, and the outermost electron will pull toward the nucleus, and we require little bit more energy to remove next electrons, and that's why the value of this one increases, and this is a very simple one. So it is very clear, my dear student, what is the ionization energy and what is the value of E1, IE1, IE2, IE3, and why they are increasing. It is very clear. Now next topic is that unit of ionization energy. Unit. What is the unit of ionization energy? Unit of ionization energy is a kilojoule per mole. It is given in a book. And one more unit is that 1 electron volt per atom. 1 electron volt per atom, and 1 electron volt is the value is that 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 joule. So you can find out the value of electron volt for each atom. So there are two units, kilojoule per mole, and second unit the electron volt per atom, and one electron is the value is that 1 point, means the energy required to remove electron from the one atom is known as the 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. It is very clear what is unit and what is the ionization energy. Now next one is that variation. Variation of ionization energy. So I am taking the example of group. I am taking group first, H. Hey Laila, na kar rab se faryad. Lithium, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, 1, 3, 11, 19 and so on. You can write that. Just I am giving only 3 example. And suppose you will write electronic configuration 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 8, 8, 1. Here you can see that the number of cell, it has only 1 cell, it has 2 cell, it has 3 cell, it has 4 cell, and once the number of cell will increase, means the distance between the nucleus and valence electron increases, and once the distance increases, force of attraction will decrease, and when force of attraction will decrease, means we need the less amount of energy to remove the electrons, means the value of ionization energy will decrease when we move in group from top to bottom. Why? Because of increase in atomic size. And why atomic size increases already we have discussed. And we can write that ionization energy is inversely proportional to size. If size increase, this value decrease, and this value increase, size decrease. Both are inversely proportional. So when we are moving in group from top to bottom, size increases and we require less amount of energy, and therefore the value of ionization energy will decrease. Now group we have done. In the case of period, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon, so on. Atomic numbers Z 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and electronic configuration 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7 and 2, 8. And you can see when we are moving from left to right, in the case of period, cell number of cell is same, K and L same, all these elements have same number of cell, but what is the difference? Their nuclear charge increases. Therefore we can write that ionization energy depends on 2 factors. First one is the size, and size in the case of that already we have discussed, ionization energy is inversely proportional to size. But in the case of the second one is that nuclear charge is directly proportional to ionization energy. Why? Because nuclear charge increases, means force of attraction will also increase, and outermost electron will pull toward the attraction with the greater force of attraction, and therefore we need more amount of energy to remove the electron from the atom. Therefore we can see, if you draw the picture, it is the first, second, and the last one you will talk about the fluorine. I am talking the fluorine. It has a small size. Why it has a small size? Because of greater nuclear charge. Because of greater nuclear charge, outermost electron will pull toward the nucleus with the greater force of attraction, and we need more energy to remove the electron from their valence cell. And that's why when we are moving in the period from left to right, what will happen? The value of ionization energy will increase. So already we have discussed in the case of group, and you can see here image is given. When we are moving in group from top to bottom, how energy decreases because of increase in size. And in the case of period, you can see how energy increases because the decrease in size and increase in the nuclear charges, and because of greater nuclear charge, We require more energy to remove the electron from their valence shell, and the value of ionization energy is increased. So my dear students, one thing we have cleared, it is not given in your book. Unit kilojoule per second is the electron volt per atom, and also it is a endothermic process. Why it is endothermic process? Already we have discussed in this video, and this is a very important for your next level exam. So till then, have a nice day and work hard. थैंक यू. कितने मिनट का वीडियो बनाया सर?